Alright, so let's talk about the different possible occupations you can have as a steampunk character. There are a lot of them. Now, most genres you can mine historical things for ideas for these sorts of things, and this one being Victorian era, what you have is the ability to use a crazy amount of resources. A lot of people have researched this stuff. It's actually out there on the record in original form in a lot of cases, and there are a lot of historians and writers and artists who have delved into this already, and so they have a lot of resources that you can draw on. Here is a partial list, a very partial list of some occupations that you could have for your character. Alright. Adventurer, which is vague, I'll admit, and I will get into that more later. Aristocrat, which can combine with other occupations. Scientist, inventor, professor, sky pirate, that's always a popular one, mechanic, scavenger, archaeologist, doctor, captain of of sea or sky, whether it be a ship, a sky ship, a crazy airborne contraption, or for that matter, there's all kinds of possibilities. Nurse, can't read my own writing. Oh, steam engine operator. Yes. Mind you, a lot of things have steam engines. There is obviously the steam engine for locomotive. There's also for ships. There's also for sky-ships. A lot of steam engine operator possibilities. And don't forget the similar things like a shovelman, which is, or coal shoveler. There's a variety of names you find attached to it, and it is not a glamorous job, but as a result, it's one that a lot of people haven't really even thought about using. Scotland Yard inspector, private detective. I should point out that Sherlock Holmes, the by far most famous Victorian era detective character, was not at all the only one. There are a lot of others with a lot of other personalities you can look at and have a lot of fun with. Let's consider some more unusual things, though, that consider it from that era. Musician, circus performer, dance hall girl, barmaid, or for that matter, there's always the mixologist of the era, the bartender, or for that matter, an innkeep. All these are slight variations on the theme, and there's a lot there that I've never seen anybody really do outside of a strictly historical context. Policeman, alchemist, soldier, or airship marine. Imagine a boarding marine for airships. You'd have to be crazy brave or just crazy. Cannoneer, race car driver, or race airplane pilot, or captain of an airplane, a naval vessel, a submarine ship. Airships are obviously a popular choice. What if you are a mechanical construct yourself? What if you're a biological construct? Don't forget Frankenstein and his monster, and the variations that have come along since then. A botanist, which is a possibility that has a lot of possibilities as far as I'm concerned, but I've never seen anybody do anything with it outside of a fantasy or comic book, basically, context. Let's go back to that adventurer thing and consider that as actually a whole subset of things. An adventurer could be an explorer of jungle or desert or whatever. It could be a time traveler, someone who explores time, a very popular choice, and a fun one. Big game hunter, a collector of animals, live animals, for zoos, or private collections, or private reserves. You could also be a collector of artifacts for museums or private collections. You could be a thief. The thief, both the low life and the gentleman thief style, have a lot of possibilities to them, and each of these is maybe not all of them, but a lot of them were things that actually existed at the time. These sorts of things, each one of them has some considerations, and I may need to actually write all this down at some point to give proper proper amount of time to each and the attention that is possible. There's a lot of fun to be had with these sorts of things. So go mine history, make up history, and I'll see you back here for the next one when we actually start making a character.